thought at first she might have been going fairly straight, but no, she's got the maturity here to know what trialling's all about, and she's taking a fairly good line down. Just going in a little bit now as she comes around towards the sheep. Well, the dog hasn't pushed the sheep offline through being that little bit tight, so it'll be interesting to see what the judges do, but the lift was just a little bit sharp. You have to be careful he doesn't put too much pressure on here.
Maximum points for the outrun. 8.5 scored for the lift.
That's a brilliant start. It's very, very good. That's better.
Well, Cormac is 17 years old and on his first trial, aged 8. So he's pretty experienced as well.
And look at these sheep, all settled. I thought he might have well been upsetting them at first, but no, he's got them settled and they're coming right towards the gates now, the fetch gates. Will they try and go either side? No, they're going to go straight through the middle. They speeded up a fraction as they went through, but then he's got them settled again.
What a delightful start here. There's just half a mark in it now between Amy at this stage and Cormac here. So the sheep then heading up the field. They'll go round Cormac and back down.
And this is the tricky bit. He's got to try and keep them as close as he possibly can to the white post without them turning back, and that's going to cost him a little bit there.
Sit down! Sit down!
And they're coming around. Well, that was the only real fault there, where they turned back on themselves, and judges will be taking a little bit off there.
An 18 scored for the fetch for Cormac as well. There's still just half a point in it.
Going down the drive okay, just gaining speed a little bit now as they go towards the first gates, the first drive gates. There's one ewe on the left hand side of them now to be tucked in. She's still out, offline. Will he get her in? She's turning her in. Great stuff. Well, that was a good recovery there. Keep it cool, keep it cool. Sort of easing back that little bit. The sheep are coming that fraction high, but he seems to have covered. Nicely on line as they go towards these second gates. They've got to be what we call pulled back through the gates, so they go behind the first one, and then all 5 sheep should come through the 2 gates.
This looks good. They're through.
Now he's got them through. It's very good.
This is going to be very, very tight indeed.
Tremendous standard of these young handlers this year, it really is.
We head towards the shedding ring, and not forgetting here that Amy scored maximum points here. 10 points in the shedding ring.
He's got an opportunity coming here. He's be careful. Calls the dog in. He's got them.
He's got them, and it looks like that could be 10 points.
It could be, could well be.
Well, 25.5 scored for the drive, exactly the same as Amy.
Oh my word.
A 9 at the shedding ring. So he's half a point down now on Amy.
Walk on.
Is it going to be Ireland's year?
Sit! Sit down! Sit down!
They're all turning. Let's hope he doesn't have a burst here.
Oh.
Spin around.
One at the back spotted the pen.
Sit down! Sit down!
Steady, steady. I think they're covered this time. I think there's only one way to go. Yes.
Well, it's a super 10. Is it worth more than 6.5?
In my book, yes, but we'll have to wait and see what the experts say.
It is enough. It's 8.5 scored. How does that fare? Well, it brings a grand total of 89.5. What a calm and mature performance there.
It's a good score now. I'm happy enough with it. Happy to get around and get on well with it. I felt Ellie ran well. Naturally, I was nervous enough, but when I got out there, I got used to it and got on with the job.
Well, I think it has to be said, Gus, that a very high standard indeed with the young handlers.
I think he's been better than for a long, long time, really.
And well, we'll have a look at Fraser's pen here because it was a super finish with him in fifth.
I didn't think he's going to be beaten after that. It was superb.
Okay, well, and moving on to Alan there and a Riri Tarrant, and again a fine example of really good trialling up until the shedding ring.
It was a shame that was really, because it was to a very high standard, but that's what costed the points.
Over to the 10, and we'll move on to Amy here and missed. And I mean, it was an uncharacteristic score of 6.5 for Amy.
Yeah, it was a shame she lost that, but even though she lost that, she still went into the lead.
And the pressure was really on then for Cormac and Ellie. And I mean, what a start. Maximum points on that outrun.
I didn't think the previous run would have been beaten, but it was a great run right the way through, and he went on to the top position.
Calm, cool and collected. Super stuff from him.
Well, just to...
And as a lad, I was just fascinated between man and dog. And one gentleman who has perfected that art is national and international champion, Jim Crawford. Jim,
oh, yeah.
Very good to see you. How are you?
Oh, great.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Now, you brought along some of your pack here.
I have, yeah.
And what age do you start showing them shoe?
Oh, anything from 4 months old, I would say, and you can't make a dog work. We don't have to want to work. Come on, Eddie.
Right then, Jim, so we've got this pen set up here with the sheet inside.
And that's how we usually start these dogs, on the long rope, to keep a good check on your dog if he gets out of control. See, I'm walking him way here. When you train the dog, you're working on the dog's instinct to herd. So you're channeling that herding instinct, that wild instinct, to yourself. You are the pack leader, you are the master, and you've got to get that bond going between you and dog.
Right then, Jim, so we've seen the puppy stage,
Aye.
and now we're going to move on to the finished article.
His 3-year-old has been running well, so I'll give you a dash with black.
So here they come, here the girls.
The dog's coming in with him on his own. He's thought for himself. All he needs is a little whistle here and there, and he understands.
Do you start with the word commands and then introduce the whistles slowly so that
Yes.
they can associate the two together?
That's right. Start with the commands, and then slowly go on to the whistles until they take them both. 2 easy whistles so that the dog differentiates quickly which is its right and left. A working dog is so keen that even if a bitch is ready for mating, the dog won't take no notice until it's finished its work.
That's his come by whistle. Now I always remember it, come by in a way, it's like a clock face. So when the dog's running clockwise, starts with a C, so that's come by, and then anti-clockwise starts with an A, and that's known as a way.
Walk on, stand there, lie down, come by.
And the speed
Lay
at
down.
which he's reacting to what you're saying as well is something.
Oh yeah, lie down.
What process do you use to hone that then? Because he's waiting for every word that you say.
Yeah, see, it's what we were talking about earlier, they're getting this bond going between you and the dog. He's waiting for every move and every little click of your voice or anything. Lie down. I've known dogs use up to 80 or 100 commands. They're marvellous dogs. Marvellous. Goodbye. It's 3 species really. There's you, there's your dog, and there's the sheep. And if you get it all right at once, you maybe win the trial.
Well, I wouldn't mind having a little crack with him if I could.
Go on then. He's on the way.
Is he a one-man dog or is he...
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, we will see. Right then, Black, come by, lie down. Oh, he's looking at me saying, what are you saying? I don't know how you talk, Jim. I don't know how you talk. Black.
It's about pitch and tone. You've got to sound a little bit more like me.
Come by, there he goes.
There he
It's up now,
goes.
lovely, come by,
See?
come by, good
Oh,
lad.
yes.
Come by, there he goes, look.
Oh, I'll leave it
Come
with
by,
you for a
yeah.
bit.
Lovely stuff. Jim,
Hey,
pleasure.
you're going to make a dog man after all.
Thank you so much. Honestly, wonderful insight.
Oh, we've had a good morning, yeah.
Well, if you think